So I'm going to do a little breakdown of how that song came to be written. And it was written with a friend of mine, Blake Mills, who's an extraordinary guitarist. And I made an album with him. He produced an album of mine, the one before this one, called Semper Femina. And he's such a good guitarist that it makes you want to practice very, very hard so that you can keep up with him. So he's very inspiring. And when I was writing this record, I happened to be in LA where he lives, and I went to go and see him. And I had this song, and it started like this. And I had the idea for the song, or the sentiment of the song, about two people deciding to end their sort of private passion, and the loneliness of that happening just between the two of them and no one else being a part of it and having to grieve that quietly. And so I was attached to that sentiment. And originally it was called Calling Time, and it was how did it go? Calling time, close the blinds, shake hands and say goodnight. So this idea that, you know, the final goodbye is this strange moment where instead of being intimate in a way that you have been, you shake hands and you call it a day. So that was that. That's all I had. I know it's hard to comprehend how you and I are only friends. Probably wasn't in this key because that seems a bit high for me. So that's what I had. And I had this rundown. So I played it to Blake, and that seemed to get his attention because he thought that was interesting, and he thought this was not so interesting, understandably, because it's a bit too close to the melody that I had. And so he was playing around with these kind of, they sound like, I think he described them as cascading shapes. They're translatable anywhere. And so he showed me that, and that led very nicely into the rundown that I had. And then it just sort of came together from there. I sort of, the end of the affair, that kind of devastating change of pace. There's a little change of pace at that point in the song. And this really, these chords just captured they felt like kind of stillness and nothingness in that strange way that you can experience with a person, you know. Time suddenly is just moving so slowly. So, you know, Max came around one day with very much nothing to say. So we sat in silence. And another factor, another contribution to this song, I'd say, is the Paul Simon element. He's got a version of Still Crazy After All These Years, which is on some album or another, I can't remember. And he for every bit of melody there is a passing chord. And I just found that so beautiful. And so there's a bit of Paul Simon in there. Still crazy after all these years. And that's it. I mean, that's pretty much how it happened. That's all I can tell you. And that's how I came up with The End of the Affair. Oh, and it's from the book as well, The End of the Affair. That's it. All right, I hope that helped. Or not helped, but I hope that was interesting. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.